What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been freaking raining a lot here the last couple days, so I really haven't been able to get a whole lot done. Yeah, so last video you guys saw, I peeled all the stickers off, so I ended up throwing a couple on there. I think I just kind of wanted to go for like a cleaner look on the back window instead of being, a whole bunch of random stuff. So I just kind of wanted to do like, a couple ones that I liked and just kind of neaten it up a little bit. But I washed the trucks yesterday. I washed the 2015. I haven't washed this thing since, well, it's been a couple months, so it's nice and cleaned up now, and you can really start seeing the scratches and shit that are in this truck when it's clean. But yeah. So my hood actually on this truck was kind of giving me some issues. You can't really even see it right now because the sun's not on it, but when the sun is on it, there's like bleached spots all over it. I put a picture on Instagram of that, but that kind of pissed me off. But I don't know, I haven't been able to see it for the last couple days because it's been like overcast and raining, so I can't really show you guys that. But if you want to see what the hood looks like when the sun's on it, it doesn't look super great. There's a picture of that on Instagram. But pretty much what this video is going to be about is we're going to walk away from the trucks here. We're going to go take a look at the 2005 F250 down there. I started doing a little bit of work to that a little bit earlier in the week before it rained for like 3 days straight. The rear axle's pretty much almost ready to come out. As you guys know, well, if you're new, the axles out of the white truck down there are going to go into the F150, the OBS down there. Buddy, come on. So I kind of started doing some of that stuff, getting those axles out, and I guess that's really the first step to doing the axle swap. Is I've got to get the axles out of the one down here, get them painted, fix whatever has to get fixed on them, which I'm sure there'll be some stuff that's going to have to get fixed, so I'll probably tear them down and rebuild them somewhat. Buddy, come on. He's all wet. He's been outside all day. It was raining a lot, so he's all wet. I don't know. What are you doing? But the rear axle is pretty much almost ready to come out of the truck down here. So today what I'm going to try to do is get it the rest of the way out. It's pretty much all disconnected. Everything's all disconnected on the rear except for the U-bolts. So I'm just going to cut those. And then the front axle, I wanted to get this one out this week too, but rain. So it's pretty much ready to come out. I've just got to, I cut the e-brake cables because I cut them right here. I don't know how exactly I'm going to hook those up to the OBS yet. I really don't have any idea, but I'm going to end up, doing the brakes and everything on these axles too. So I just, cut them there, cut the brake line up there, like the regular brake line. So after I cut these U-bolts, it should just drop right out, and then I have to get the drive shaft off there too. But since it's up in the air right now, and also this truck doesn't have a steering column in it, so I don't know exactly where park is or how to get it into park, because it was in park, and then my dad got it to go into drive or into neutral so that we could move it. And yeah, I don't know how to get it back into park. So basically what I'm saying is I can't really disconnect the drive shaft because it spins everything and it's already up in the air, and I don't feel like putting the wheels on it to drop it down again to break those bolts free. So I'm just going to cut the U-bolts and slide the drive shaft out. So that's pretty much the plan for today, is to get the rear axle out. And yeah, so let's just start cutting stuff, because that's pretty much all I got left to do. The shocks are disconnected, everything like that. So we're just going to start cutting those U-bolts. Also, you guys aren't going to be able to hear this, but someone through the woods, actually I'm not going to tell you that because then you guys will pretty much know where I live, but there's some stuff. They've been playing like bugle music for the past couple of days, so I don't know what they're doing over there. But I got my cutoff wheel. I'm just trying to find my glasses right now so I don't get any metal shavings in my eyes, because oh good, they're all wet too. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's start cutting. All right, so we've got one done. Well, one half of one. The reason I was just trying to use the freaking wrench is I wanted to kind of get in there and bend it so that it would pop. So, because when you cut that, it drops because the axle's, you know, not connected to anything else. So it just, you know, it's got a lot of pressure on those bolts, so it just pops open. So I was trying to use the wrench. That's what I did on my orange truck when I did the leafs on there. I cut them about far enough. I was actually using a pry bar, but I stuck a pry bar in there, kind of bent it so that it would, you know, have less of a risk of blowing up one of these on me, blowing up a cutoff wheel. So if it's in there and it just, you know, or, you know, risk me dropping this and cutting my leg off or something. So, but I just ended up cutting it the rest of the way. So that's got to cut a couple more, and then it'll just fall right out. Alright, well the last one is cut pretty far, and I don't really want to be under here when it, you know, does its thing, so just gotta see if it'll drop if I do this. Nope. Oh, I guess I'm going back under there. All right, so that's one side done. I think next time I'm gonna cut the inside ones first on that side. That way I'm not underneath there trying to cut it, waiting for this thing to just fall on me. So I'm gonna cut the inside ones first, then I'll cut the outside ones, so that I'm not in there trying to freaking cut it when it drops out. So yeah. All right, so as you can see, I got this one out. I was just trying to be cautious, you know, using the screwdriver, trying to break it instead of cutting it and letting it fall. But once I got the axle out, I was able to just, you know, pull it right off the end of the transmission. So, yeah, it might leak a little bit, but I'll put something underneath there. It really shouldn't leak a whole lot. Well, it's actually, it's the transfer case, so I mean it's not going to really leak at all, but I'll just make sure it ain't going to leak nothing out of there. So yeah, rear axle's out. When I was cutting that, I ended up getting on one of the ones I was cutting over here. When it broke down, I got like this big chunk of flaming metal in my mouth, and I think I burnt my tongue. But other than that, so the axle's out, so I'm going to pull it out from under here, and then we gotta put the ass end of the truck on the ground, and then we'll be able to jack the front up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. You know what? I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. Alright, well this axle is way too freaking heavy for me to pull out of here by myself, so I'm gonna go get a truck and try to pull it out that way with the truck, because I can't do it. So I'm gonna freaking break my back doing this freaking thing. But fun fact, this U-joint's completely freaking gone. But listen to that U-joint. Dunk, 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 dunk. freaking trash. Alright, so we're just gonna take the truck and pull it. No, not that it matters because I have bed liner, but I almost just slammed my door into that. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely can't do that, but I definitely cannot pull that axle out of there by myself. Because it's just not, if it was on like, you know, concrete or something, then okay. But I only weigh like 145 pounds, and I bet you that axle weighs more than I do. So yeah, I'm not lifting that freaking thing. Well, that's why they say, work smarter, not harder. See if we can pull it. Make sure nothing behind me first, which there isn't. See how much easier that was? Which, now I'm stuck on the tire there a little bit. There we go. That was way easier than trying to freaking pull it. Alright, well, there's our new rear axle. Yeah, we're gonna get it sandblasted and stuff once we get the other one pulled out. Probably the next video you guys see will be pulling out the front axle. But the front's gonna be a little bit more in-depth to get out than the rear, because you can't just cut the U-bolts and drop it out. So there's some stuff I'm gonna have to unbolt, whatever else, but that'll probably be the next video. But yeah, this is these are the, you know, little bolts I couldn't get off to disconnect the, which I need this anyway, because the kit that I'm buying comes with a it's a conversion U-joint, so it's got like a bigger end on one side or whatever to fit into the Super Duty pinion thing here, and the other side will go into the OBS drive shaft, I hope, because I mean it should, because it's not just, the kit that I'm buying isn't just for like 250s and 350s. It's supposed to work on Broncos and F150s also, which is what I have, so it should work. So I just need to get the U-joint off of here. I'm going to use all of this, use all this other stuff. I'll probably get new brake lines and stuff. I might not actually, but we'll see when it comes to it. But yeah, next video we'll probably be getting out the front axle. Oh, I dragged my thing with it, so I've got to get that out from underneath there. But I did unplug it first though, see? But yeah, so I'm just gonna drop the rear onto the ground, make sure all my tools are out from underneath, get the high lift jack, drop the rear down, and at some point next week I'll probably start on the front, getting the front out. So yeah, let's get the rear down and then we can finish this up. Well, I appear to have gotten the high lift jack stuck underneath there because the leaf springs aren't touching the ground yet. Now I gotta find a way to get that out of there without well, really it's pretty much that, the receiver hitch is pretty much right on the ground, so I can probably just grab it and kick it off of there. I don't know. There we go, that might work. There we go. Alright, that was easy. So, yeah, it's just sitting on the receiver hitch right now. So, I probably should have put something underneath the leaf springs, because now when I lift the front up, it's kind of going to be a little tipsy just balancing on the receiver hitch there. So I probably could have put something underneath there. Well, we'll figure it out. Might not be all that bad once I get the front up and get jack stands under it. We'll figure that out when we get to it, probably next week or maybe the week after. We'll have to see when I have time to do some more stuff to this pile of shit right here. So yeah, it's pretty much gonna do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe and stuff. I told you guys once the weather got nicer we were gonna start doing stuff, so keeping my promise, we're starting to do stuff. So alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.